Hello, students. Today we are going to do Poetry 6 Aunt Jennifer's Tigers by Adrian Rich. Let's see first about the poet. Adrian Rich was born in Baltimore, Maryland, USA. She is widely known for her involvement in contemporary women's movement as a poet and theorist. She has published 19 volumes of poetry, three collections of essays and other writings. A strong resistance to racism and militarism echoes through her work. The poem Aunt Jennifer's Tigers addresses the constraints of marriage life a woman experiences. In this poetry, poet expresses the feeling of a lady who is facing hardship problems. It is about an oppressed woman who escapes into an alternative world of embroidery and swing. Aunt Jennifer represents all women that have been oppressed and how they all have to make sacrifices. In this poem, the poet talks about the inner feelings of a woman who is living under the dominance of the men. In the first stanza, Aunt Jennifer is embroidering a pattern of brave tigers on the piece of a cloth. Her tigers are moving and jumping around all over the fabric. Her tigers are the symbol of courage, boldness, and beauty. By embroidering tigers on it, she was giving a way to her feelings and desires. Poet says that these tigers, when moving in the green forest, it looks like a topaz. They're not even affected by the presence of men. Here, we can see that Anne's tigers are bold and fearless, but she is afraid of her husband. Let's move to the second stanza. Anne's fingers are shaking due to the fear of her husband. Due to this, she is not able to pull the needle up and down. She is still feeling a burden of the wedding ring. This ring is linked with some bad experiences in the form of her husband's torture. The wedding ring is a constant reminder that she belongs to her husband even after her death. The ring will remain on her hand and she will never be free even after her death. Her entire life is a huge, massive weight which is sitting on her hand, so she can't pull the needle up and down. She has been tortured so much by her husband that the ring, which could have been a gift for her, seems like a burden to her. Her ring is associated with terrible experiences in the form of torture that she has faced because of her husband's dominating behavior. We can easily sense Aunt's desire for freedom through her art. The irony is that tigers drawn by her are bold and brave, while Aunt is weak. In the third stanza, poet says that it is impossible for Aunt to achieve this freedom during her lifetime. The irony of her life is that she will be tied up with shackles of her husband's wedding ring even after her death. This ring was the sole proof of the tortures. This ring indicates the kind of life which Aunt was living. The tigers go on moving freely, proudly, and bravely on the piece of the cloth. This is the poem which reflects the woman who is stressed because of social restraints and responsibilities of an ideal wife. She lacks confidence, strength, and fearlessness. On the other hand, the tigers in the piece of cloth will continue to move around freely forever. Her desire to live freely will live on through her tigers.